Good day, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I am at yet another beautiful cafe. Let me just show really quickly. Man, life has been so beautiful lately. So, in today's video, I want to talk about how you can begin to create a world that resonates with who you are on the inside. I'm surrounded by plants, I'm in nature, I'm near the water, I'm eating great plant-based meals, I'm drinking, my daily matcha that I can either make myself or that is made in a beautiful cafe. This outer world that I've created for myself is such a reflection of the life that I've always desired. It's a reflection of my higher self. It's a reflection of my true self, my authentic self. It allows me to be soft, but also luxurious. It allows me to be grounded in earth and to play and do all the things and create the life that I truly desire through and create all day and all night. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how maintaining clarity. I'm going to talk about how to receive messages from your higher self and also to be able to create your world that is a reflection of who you truly are. So, as I was journaling and channeling this rising, I receive messages from my higher self all day long. I receive messages during my dream state. I receive messages during conversations that I have with friends. Everything in my outer world is a feedback to me of what it is that I need to work on or the more of the things that I want to bring about. And so the only way that I can truly receive those messages is by maintaining clarity. So this is clarity of mind and body. And once you've maintained clarity of mind and body, it then opens you up to spirit. How can we open ourselves up more to receive these messages and to follow the promptings that get us closer to living our desired reality? The first thing that I want to talk about is focusing on your creative endeavors or projects. If you're someone who is currently working a job that you don't really want to be working, or you're doing something that doesn't really contribute to that internal fire that you have, something that you're passionate about, you want to find ways to create time in order to incorporate more passion and more fire and more drive and more joy into your life through your creative endeavors. So if you've always wanted to start making videos on YouTube, or if you wanted to start painting and sharing your paintings with the world, find ways to incorporate that more into your life. And if you're unsure of what your creative desires or passions are, start going outside, going into nature, being surrounded by people, fashion, whether it be film, whether it be photography. You'll start to see what your creative outlets are. If it's just speaking, that's beautiful. Or if it's singing, that's, amazing as well. So you want to start getting out into the world and observing the things that light you up creatively and doing those things, doing more of it so that you can begin to enter this state of flow and this state of oneness with all that is. So that's the first thing, is focusing on your creative projects and endeavors. You can even do this with simple things such as cooking or such as taking a walk. You can observe how beautiful the flowers are, the trees are. You can do this in journaling. And that brings me to the next thing, is to begin to go within. So through meditation and through journaling, you can start to sit with your own thoughts and recognize the patterns that are constantly repeating, recognizing the things that are coming up, the subconscious thoughts that are coming to the surface that you are constantly playing out throughout your day. This meditation and this going within and this journaling allows you to see what's blocking you, allows you to see what's holding you back from receiving messages from source, because these thoughts are just getting in the way. Think of it as the blockage between your higher self, your thoughts, and you. Your higher self is doing everything in its power to get through to you. But as I go throughout this video, you'll get to see how we've been programmed to be blocked from receiving those messages from higher self. So this step of going within and beginning a meditation practice and journaling allows you to release a lot of those thoughts that have been blocking you. Everything comes back to thoughts and frequency, right? Your frequency, your thoughts create your frequency. And if you're constantly replaying these thoughts subconsciously and you're unaware of them, it makes it really hard for you to raise your own frequency. There are other ways that you can raise your frequency, but one of the best is to begin to recognize the thought patterns that you're having and to begin to change that. And so going within is so, so important in order for you to begin creating an outer world that reflects how you're feeling internally. You see how this, so this is what they mean by all is mental. If mentally you're constantly playing these thoughts in your head, these limiting beliefs, these negative thought patterns, or these messages of lack, your outer world will begin to reflect that. But if you can catch it in the moment, if you can catch it when it happens and you reframe it through affirmations, you are now able to create a world, an outer world that is aligned with your inner world. I wake up and one thing that I did was record my affirmations in my own voice, and I listen to that 2-3 times a day on repeat. And when I do that, I listen to them about 3 to 6 times each. So my entire affirmation is about 3 minutes long, and so I'll listen to it 3 times back to back, 6 times back to back, 9 times back to back. There's a lot of power in that sequence of 3, 6, and 9. So I encourage you to identify the thought patterns and the thought loops that are playing in the background of your program, and reframe them, and then create affirmations and listen to those affirmations in your own voice daily. And you'll begin to see how your affirmations are now being reflected back to you because you are consciously reprogramming your beliefs. So that's number 2. Go within, meditate, journal, and affirm the reality that you want to create. Lastly, and most importantly, is to keep the vessel clean. In my own journey, I would say that this has single-handedly been the biggest contribution to my healing journey, because I didn't realize how much toxins were stuffed in my body, making it hard for me to even sit still to meditate. I wasn't aware of the many years of the diets that we grew up on and how it affected my organs and how it affected the blood flow and the oxygen to my brain, therefore creating brain fog and therefore making it so that I was just moving through life haphazardly. And this is a story for many people. So when you begin to clean your vessel and maintain that cleanliness, you are able to clear the mind, clear the body, wash everything out that doesn't belong there, get rid of the heavy toxins that are holding you down and keeping your body tense. Once you're able to do all of that, you start to feel the clarity. Start cleaning your diet, eating clean, eating things that are going to move through you with ease and leave behind the residue of the vitamins and the minerals that your body needs to function at full capacity. So one thing that you can begin to do is eliminate all processed sugars, eliminate all processed foods. You'll immediately start to see the difference in your energy levels and your clarity. Next, you want to, once you've adapted that and created a habit out of eating clean, you can begin to look into some more detoxification methods. So the first thing that I do with anyone who wants to work with me is we go through a full mind, body, spirit detox. Why? Because this is what's going to allow us to connect ourselves to our higher selves. This is what's going to allow us to begin to hear those channeled messages, to see life more clearly for what it truly is, and begin to clean our inner and our outer worlds simultaneously. So this detoxification works on eliminating all of the buildup over the last, decades of your life and the many years that you've been under programming. And so that's really important. First, eliminating things that shouldn't be in your diet altogether, that shouldn't be entering your body. This is not only what you're putting in your body, but on your body as well. Eliminating all toxic materials, toxic products, face washes, the deodorants, the soap, the body soaps, all of these things you want to take inventory of and remove anything that isn't natural. And if you can't find a natural alternative, try to get something as close to natural as possible. My rule of thumb is if you can't pronounce the first 3 ingredients, it's probably not meant for you. So start taking inventory of how you can remove and eliminate as many toxins as possible, and then detoxify the body completely so that this new routine and these new habits can begin to take effect in your life. And over time, you will begin to see how you open up to the clarity that is within. And then next, maintaining that cleanliness. So start incorporating practices that take care of your vessel. Changing your diet is a new lifestyle. It's habits. So these are developing new habits that are going to keep you in this state of clarity. Removing people, removing things that you used to do that kept you subdued, that kept you away from this clarity, this mindset. Once you start doing this single thing, you will begin to clean up not only your inner world, but your outer world as well. You want your outer world to look and feel exactly how you feel within because you've begun to clean out your vessel. So, this is literally exactly how I did it. This is how I was able to create a life and a reality and meet the soul tribe and eat the way that I want to on a daily basis, and doing it in a way where I didn't have to worry about where I was going to get my resources from as I begin to do this work, as I begin to focus on my creative endeavors, as I begin to go within and meditate and journal, as I begin to clean my vessel. Life started to align for me in the most magical ways. Everything I need, all the resources, the tools, the people, the opportunities began to come to me because I had the clarity and the space to receive it. So, all that to say is by doing this work, your outer world will begin to reflect your inner essence. And that is the message for today. I can go on about each and every one of those steps, but I will save those for future videos. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you want some additional resources on how you can get started to begin to do any of this, I have a bunch of resources in my community linked down below. I also have a free Detox for Clarity guide just so that you can begin to get started on your own journey. You can see what it entails. You can see that it's actually quite easy to detox the body and maintain that clean vessel so that you can continue to receive messages and promptings from your higher self. Thank you.